All right, good morning. So I've got Dave Wichard with me this morning, FFL Integrity Partner and the leader of Velocity Warriors. Dave, how you doing?
I'm great, Shannon. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great too. Hey, listen, I get these texts every morning from you called Dave's Daily Dose. Tell us, what exactly is that? What inspired you to start Dave's Daily Dose? Just tell me about it.
Well, honestly, Shannon, I feel like, God put it on my heart to do it. Thought about it, didn't overthink it, and just kind of said, hey, wasn't sure what I was going to call it, but I just wanted to inspire people. I mean, when I wake up every day, truth is, no matter what I'm going through myself in my own life, I know there's other people that need some inspiration each day. Well, and so sometimes it's just the word God's put on my heart, whatever for that day. It's less than 2 minutes or right at 2 minutes most days. Really not about insurance at all. It's just about life and things that we go through. And, I've got great feedback from it. I'm sure you have some comments on it yourself, but again, I just do it because I felt like it's what I've called to do. We've got probably a couple hundred, right at a couple hundred on there. I think close to it right now over a few weeks. Really, it's just kind of gotten started, but I've got great feedback for it. So I know it's making a difference.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, inspiration is definitely the word I would use. I love getting them because you never know what somebody's going through. It may not be me, it may be one of my agents or something, but you never know what they're going through that day. And sometimes you wake up and you get that text, and even if it's just a few simple, short words, it's like, that's what I needed to hear today, you know? So yeah,
and it's a voice message too. So, again, do I think everybody listens to the voice part every day? Probably not. It's probably, I'm just saying maybe half if I had to guess. There's percentage I could probably look at. I don't overthink that too much. I figure the people that are wanting to listen to it do, and the people that listen to it get something out of it. And, I just keep doing them. So at the end of the day, we're just trying to, help one person at a time, I think. And, I think as a whole, if we all do that every day and wake up, not making about each other or making about each other versus worrying about ourselves all the time, it'll make the world a better place. So again, I ran into a guy, real quick story. I ran into a guy that I know who's a friend of ours, and he got my daughter on it. And he was telling me, he said, Dave, I just want to tell you that it's like every time I listen to it, it's exactly what I need to hear. Like God sent it to him. And I said, well, it's because I pray about it.
Awesome. That's good. So how do I sign up? How do people sign up for this?
You can text 540-516-3409. And all you do is when you text it, just say, yeah, something, doesn't really matter. And then it'll send you a link, and you basically click that link, and then you put your information in. It's really just your name and your date of birth. And that way I can wish you a happy birthday. Gotcha. And keep track of you that way. And it's also allows us to text each other if needed. So like when you say, hey, Dave, that was cool, I get it, and I can reply, try to reply as much as I can to everyone. But yeah, it does allow us to communicate that way as well.
Awesome. Where do you come up with the Dave's Daily Dose? Like where each message each day, like where do you come up with that message?
Well, I have a morning routine, and that involves, praying and reading the word or books and listen to lots of podcasts. And sometimes I'm sitting in the sauna just praying, and, I have various things that lay on my heart, and it depends on what time I do it. I try to, sometimes it's early, sometimes it's late. I haven't done it yet today, for example. I just grab time, sometimes a little bit later than the day, but it seems to go out at the right time.
Well, listen, we appreciate you, love you. Thank you for everything that you do. You're a great mentor to more people than you know. So you're doing good in the world, man. We love you.
I appreciate you. Love you as well. Thank you for all you do.
Yes, sir.